Well, Deputy President David Mabuza is leading the Charlotte Maxeke commemorations in Limpopo this morning, and that's where he's expected to visit political and social activists. ANC leaders are crisscrossing the country to celebrate Maxeke's life, as she would have turned 150 years today. Let's talk to our reporter now, Ziyanda Ngcobo, who is in conversation with the Deputy President.
Very honored to see all of us, and they knew that one day the ANC will come. They will never forget about one of their leaders. So they were very impressed about all the activities in preparation for this event, this day today, because the leadership of the ANC was here. So they are very happy. Then the message that they gave me is that, well, we are happy to see all of you today, and it's not time to sit down and talk. We are celebrating 150 years anniversary of Charlotte, but we request the leadership to come back, because we've got a lot of issues that we want to share with the ANC and the entire society here. What we see as a family, the role of the ANC, and they're still very happy that the ANC is trying its best to deal with the social problems that affects our people, but they still feel that we can do more, especially with children, young girls, very concerned about gender-based violence. So they want to discuss with us with all those issues and probably propose some solutions.
Deputy President, you are in the province of Limpopo and you're speaking about the role of the ANC. Are you at all concerned then, Deputy President, that this step-aside principle has the potential to cause conflict here in Limpopo? I mean, we've seen cars brandishing, for an example, the faces and the slogan, "Hands off Danim Caesar," the provincial treasurer, and of course we know within 30 days he's affected by that step-aside principle. Are you at all concerned then that this might cause tensions and affect then this service delivery that's meant to be given by the African National Congress?
Well, it is a concern. The ANC has been always confronted with a lot of challenges, and here we've got a resolution that we have taken, and we're in the process of implementing that resolution, and members affected are sort of unhappy. Well, we welcome that, but remember, this is a resolution of a conference. We'll proceed to implement it and deal with the challenges that might arise along the way. So this has been the life of the ANC. The ANC has been faced with a lot of challenges, and we don't shy away to proceed the journey.
Speaking of shying away, Deputy President, I know you want to go into the church, but Deputy President, if you could just speak about how you plan to manage then these divisions, seeing that they have the potential to really get out of hand. Well, okay, Koli, you can see I am being pushed by the security detail of the Deputy President, who's now the church. But speaking quite briefly then on the step-aside principle, saying that the ANC has always been confronted by challenges and that they will not shy away from issues. He says he is aware that there are some who are affected by the step-aside guideline who will be unhappy with this decision that's been taken. He says, well, we welcome that. I'm not quite sure what exactly that would mean, Koli, but I can tell you then that this is one of the first numerous times we've heard from the Deputy President regarding this step-aside principle, and there's so much that's been happening within the African National Congress, which, of course, David Mabuza sits in the top 6 of the African National Congress. There's lots of questions that I would have liked to have posed, including regarding that meeting that they had with former President Jacob Zuma with the top 6 on the 8th of March, and we would have seen that letter emerging over the weekend where he says, that is the former president, of course, saying he feels as though he's been hung out to dry by the NC's top 6. We know the relationship between Mabuza and the former president is frayed at this particular point in time, and as this church service and the commemorations continue, it is important to reflect then the undercurrents that are taking place in provinces such as Limpopo, where we have Danim Caesar, the provincial treasurer, who has been implicated in the VBS scandal, and he has appeared in court, and the matter is now going to go to the High Court, and so he will also, Caesar that is, be affected by that step-aside resolution, which says they must step aside within the next 30 days.
Ziyanda Ngcobo live for us in Limpopo, Ramakgopa. That's the village where Mama Charlotte Maxege was born. And indeed, Ziyanda, getting the first, I would say, the Deputy President is one leader of the ANC who literally shies away from speaking about party matters at a time like this, preferring only to deal with the issues that he's assigned to, which is that of government issues.